Hello, a very good morning to you on the last Monday live of 2024. I'm going to be back with you again on Friday, and then we're going to have a little break for Christmas. So I'll see you if you're in the holiday club. If not, I'm going to be back on the 6th of January. But getting ahead of myself because we've still got a lovely make today. And of course, I'm going to be with you on Friday. So I'll tell you at the end of the live what we're doing on Friday as well. Sorry for the slight delay getting going, just making sure that the settings are up so everybody can see me on Facebook as well as YouTube. I hope you're all well. It is quite an odd day out weather-wise. It's very chilly. It's quite bright, but yet overcast at the same time. I don't really know how to describe it. I hope you're all well. It's been a very, 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 very stormy weekend. If you are watching us from Wales, then I hope you're all okay. I hope you've been safe. I had to go out at the weekend, and the journey back in the car was a little bit scary, to say the least. You could feel the wind really shaking the car. It's been very stormy, but it's a nice day to stay in. It's feeling a lot calmer today here. Nice day to stay in and get making. So I'm going to say good morning to you. I'll tell you all about the lovely makes we've got today for you. I'm going to be making a necklace with you. And then I'll take you over to the website so you can see what kits are available for you to get today if you want to make along with me. So good morning to Rachel, who's in a bright and sunny Barrow. Linda's in as well. She says, good morning, Natalie and my Bead family from an overcast Watford. Esther says it's very crisp and cold in Preston. Jan's in as well. Good morning to Lisa. Hello to Camille. She says it's very bright here. Jan says, I'm so excited. I got my holiday bundle over the weekend. Oh well, I'm so looking forward to seeing you, Jan. If you do decide to pop your camera on and I get to see your lovely face. Anastasia's in as well. She says, how are you doing today? The website was down last night. I couldn't get into the Totally Bead site last night. Don't know about that. Hopefully it's all working now. It looks like it's working for me today anyway. So today I'm going to be making I've called them Justine necklaces. They are full of sparkly crystals. I've got kind of like tubed spaces to create a really pretty feature at the front. We've got a little rose on a little kind of bead hanger, and some lovely cube spaces as well. Cube. So 3 in silver and 3 in a gold colourway for you to choose from today. I was going to let you choose, but given the fact that it's festive Monday, I think I might do the red. I might do the red and gold colourway today. Good morning to Judith. I hope you're well. She says it's cold in West Lothian. So wrap up warm if you are going out, if you are brave in the shops. If not, stay in with me, stay cozy, and let's get making. So I'm going to take you over to the website now. Hopefully all is working as it should be. We are on totallybeads.co.uk. Is it working? Here we go. It's getting there. It's just a slight delay. So head into your video tutorial category, whichever way you want to go, whether you want to go through the menu at the top or the picture on the main screen, and have a little scroll down. It's just on the second row here, and it is the Justine crystal necklace. So I have 6 lovely colours for you to choose from today. They look very pretty when worn. Photographs that have been chosen today have been the ones that I've taken laying down flat in the bust, because I think they look very lovely. You get to see that lovely kind of curved shape. So they're all £5.99. You can choose from an iris mist, an emerald green, a hematite, a peach opal, a rainbow clear, and a red shimmer. And each of your kit will make up one lovely necklace. So if we head into the blue iris mist, I love these crystals. Love all the crystals. I've got 3 particular favourites, I think, today. They're just very shimmery and very, very beautiful. So in your kit, you're going to get your crystal Rondelle beads. You're going to get your cube beads, which are here. You can see spaced in between them. You can put this together in any order in which you want to. It's a straightforward stringing project, really easy one to do, but they are very much party wear jewellery, I think, because of the shimmer on those crystals. You've got your curved spacer tubes, so I'm using 2 of those, and I'm going to have them either side this lovely rose charm. You've got your bail, I'll check yeah, it's there, it's a hanger bead in the description. You're getting your jump rings, which I'm using 6x1 outer diameter jump rings, so your inner diameter would be 4mm on those. You need 3 just to attach your lovely little lobster clasp, and then 1 to attach your charm to your bead hanger. And that's all you need. If you want to scroll down and see exactly what is what and what dimensions we've got in the components today, I'm using either an antique silver or gold. In this case, it's silver metal charm flower, which is 12mm in size. Your crystal rondelles are all 6x8. These ones are the gorgeous electric blue. I'm looking forward to showing you them down on the mat. Let's pop my light on, and that might make it. Maybe that's why I'm feeling it's a little bit darker than usual. I haven't got my lamp on. The metal curved tubes are 50mm in size, so you're going to have either gold or silver ones to match your findings, and your cube spacers are 4mm in size, and they'll also be in gold or silver depending on which colour you choose. So this is the iris, blue iris mist, and they're just so twinkly, very, very pretty, and that is £5.99. This one is your emerald green, which I've paired with the gold findings. So again, everything you need in your kit: your crystal rondelle beads, your cube beads, your curved spacer tube, charm, tiger tail, clasp, crimps, callottes, hanger beads, and jump rings. Is your lobster clasp written on there? Yeah, clasp. He's very thorough. He's put it all down, what I've said and needed. So they are your green emerald against the gold. Very, very lovely. Again, £5.99, whichever colour you choose, and you can change your currency at the top of the page if you wish to by just clicking on this bit here. So this is your hematite or hematite. It isn't hematite, it is a lovely glass crystal, but it's in the colour of hematite. It's in this beautiful kind of very dark blue, almost blue black. Really lovely. So you've got a nice monochrome look there. Again, these lovely little heart charms. Sorry, not heart charms, flower charms. Fully functioning today. And they're your lovely components. So I'm using the 6x8 hematite, your 12mm flower. It's very much kind of like a wild rose. Very lovely. And very shimmery again if you're looking for something to wear over Christmas or New Year or whenever you fancy. This one is your peach opal. I adore the colour of these crystals. They're so unusual. You've got kind of like an opaque kind of like a creamy colour on them, almost like a white, and then you've got peaches and kind of like orangey golds running through them. So of course I've had to put this on the gold colourway. That's probably a better picture to see how it's looking. Maybe not that dark, I suppose it depends on the light. But they are faceted, of course, those crystal rondelles. They are peach cream AB. So you've got your AB, which stands for Aurora Borealis, which is giving it that kind of like pinky gold tones running across them. Really lovely. And your lovely little cubed spacers there as well. So nice kind of textured look with this. You've got that metal curved tube, you've got those lovely faceted crystals for the extra sparkle, you've got those lovely little spacers. So that one is your peach opal. I love the way I always try and describe what the colour is that I see, and then I read the description on the name and I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. This one's your rainbow clear, and I adore this colour. I just love it. It's greens, it's pinks, it's pretty. It's so pretty. I'll show you them down on the mat so you can see the twinkle in them. Again, this kit's making one necklace, just £5.99. This is your rainbow clear. It's got everything you need in. There's no picture of them here, but I'll show you them down on the mat. And of course, you can see them. If you hover over, you get to see some of the colour in that photograph. So pretty, really, really lovely. And this is on your silver colourway. So your silver metals. And lastly, we've got the red shimmer, which I do think I'm going to demo with this just because it's festive. It would look lovely if you wanted to mix them up as well. I think the green and the red would look incredibly festive. I think the green would go with the peach and opal colourway very nicely. I also think the green would go really nice with the rainbow clear. If you want to have a little mix and match, you definitely can. So the description says, create this unique necklace with crystal and spacer beads with an arc spacer tube and a charm in red shimmer. There you go. I should just read what's there, shouldn't I? So there are your 6 colourways to choose from today. There's 3 on the gold. There's 3 on the silver, iris blue mist, emerald green, hematite, peach opal, rainbow clear and red shimmer, all £5.99. Have a little look over on the Totally Beads video tutorials if you want to have a little look at those and possibly add them to your basket. Let me see if I can get my pages to work because it's all a bit higgledy-piggledy. And I will pop the camera down for the mat. I'm not used to this layout at all. Why are we here? I need to turn this round so you can see. What if I do this? Sorry. Come on, computer. It's not giving me my layout options now. Sorry, I want to bring in the other page, but I want to bring it in a different setting so you can see, and I don't know how to do it. I don't want to share it. Wonder if I exit camera, will it all go a little bit messy? Okay, do bear with, I do apologise. We're going to need to get this screen up, but I want to change the format of it. And if I take my camera down, then it'll make the sound go off. Oh, what a pickle. Because this is just going to end up going sideways. Oh, I do apologise. This isn't what we want to be doing today. We wanted it all straightforward. Escape. Why won't the presentation? Will that change? No. Oh, do bear with me. Chat amongst yourselves while I just shout at me. Oh, it's such a pain. I'm really tempted to go out, but I think if I go out, it might just completely disappear. What does that do? What does that do? Aha! I'm sorry. It took me a while, but there you go. This is my down on the mat. Right, let's have a little look what I've missed. Apologise for that. And here comes the sunshine. So Jan says she got all 3 of the kits the other week, and she's very much looking forward to it, and said good morning. Rachel said her bundle was coming today. Jenny said it was still dark out in Rochester, New Hampshire. Thank you for joining us. The sun's absolutely blinding now. Good morning to Angel from Louth. Is that how you pronounce it? She says no damage here, but it's still raining. Hope everyone's okay. I hope you're all okay as well. It was crazy, wasn't it? It was. Wow. I like the water on the roads. There was a tree had fallen on the motorway as we drove past. We were all fine. I hope the people who were driving when it fell were okay as well. But just scary, crazy weather. Angel saying my 12 days of Christmas should come today. Looking forward to that. Oh, so am I. Judith saying good morning to you. Hello to Carol. Hello to lovely Sally. Mina's in as well. Elaine's popped in. Hello to you, Elaine. Camille says teachers are not supposed to have favourites. I don't have any. Oh, you mean in regards to the. I thought you meant in terms of you, says the people watching. I love you all equally, but I do have favourites when it comes to like colours and gemstones and things like that, and lovely beads. You can't knock, can you? You like what you like, and it might often change from one day to the next. Good morning to Debbie. Hello to Shelley. Good morning to Joanne. Oh, she's got a poorly granddaughter. I hope she's all right. Oh, she's fast asleep. She's very cold and overcast in Coventry. These look very wintry, perfect for this time of year. Janice is in as well. She says, good morning, Natalie and everyone from South Wales. Trying to get in the garden straight after Storm Dara. I hope you're all right, Janice. Hope there's not too much damage. As long as you're safe. It's just when things flood, isn't it? Especially this time of year. There's just, I just hope you're all okay. Good morning to Pauline. Hello to Joanne. She says she's got an awful cough. I hope she's all right, Joanne. Camille says the peach one's the best. You're not meant to have favourites, Camille, remember. Everyone was very patient with me with my camera issues, so thank you so much for that. Everyone's hoping your granddaughter's better, Joanne. And good morning to Jackie. And Mina says here 12 days bundle's been delivered too as well. Yay! Right, okay, so these are our gorgeous makes today. I can't fit them in the camera, even though I've managed to get the settings right on my camera. So let's move them and show you them one by one. So this is the blue iris mist, and you can see that gorgeous blue twinkle on it. It's so shimmery. It's so pretty. Look at them. And you've got your lovely curved tubes, which will fit next to your crystals nicely. And that lovely rose or flower at the bottom there. Let's move that one out the way. Shall I do the silver ones first? I'll just pick them up as they come. This one is your gorgeous green emerald. Beautiful colour. And actually having the light hit it, I think is really nice. You know, this bit here is natural daylight shining through there. All very twinkly. Good morning to Zakia. How are you doing? Good morning to Jane. Oh, she says, coast was dreadful. Many trees and fences down, even my neighbour's trampoline in my front garden. Oh, well, you've got a new trampoline, Jane. Every cloud. You've got to just, it's bolting everything down, isn't it, to the floor? Pauline saying she likes the red and green as well. Well, this one is your red. This is what I'm demoing for you today. Oh, so shiny the camera can't focus. So that's the lovely gold rose. And those beautiful crystals. I love the way the light's catching these. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. The peaches and cream, which is just divine. I can see why Camille's liking this one. Look at them. So you've got that kind of opal part to it. And then this gorgeous kind of peachy orange tone. Ooh. They're almost edible. They look edible, but they're not. Gorgeous. Love that. It's all about the crystals today. This is your hematite, so if you're wanting a monochrome look, looks like spinel, beautiful. Just playing with them. And then look at this. This is your rainbow toned one. Now for me, they're predominantly green, but have these kind of purpley pink. And they've got that AB coating on them. So you're just getting every colour in the rainbow there. Aren't they beautiful? Look at the twinkles. Twinkles all over my mat. And again, there is your rose. Camille said red, green and gold for the Christmas colours. Could do a mix. I'll keep it to one. Right, okay, really straightforward to get making. Sunshine is blinding me, so I am just going to sit back a little bit. So I'll be in the shadow and to the side. As Zakia says, wow, they are all gloriously beautiful. So I'm going to take about 60 centimetres of my tiger tail, which is about 24 inches for those of you who work that way. Anastasia says the green is gorgeous. That's my daughter's birthstone. So Emerald, is she a May baby then, Anastasia? Let me move these slightly out. In fact, I'll pop them down out the way. So I'll leave one here. So when making, I'm going to start off, you can do it in whatever order you want, but I'm going to get my lovely little wildflower rose. And I'm going to hang that already onto my bead hanger or my little bail hanger, whichever you want to refer to it as. That will also be in the matching colour. So if you've got the gold colourway, these have got a lovely weight to them. They've got this very kind of beautifully domed back. It looks like it's kind of like water cast metal. So if you kind of ever if you ever cast gold or silver, you can kind of drop it into water and it creates this beautiful kind of rippled effect. And that's basically what this reminds me of. It's got a beautiful weight to it, really, really pretty. And it's so straightforward to make it into a pendant. They'd make gorgeous earrings actually as well if you wanted to buy extra of them. So I'm taking my jump ring. I'm going to take as much surface area of the jump ring as I can, just making sure my pliers are holding onto each side, just where that little opening gap is. And I'm going to give it a little twist towards me with the dominant hand, which will open my jump ring. I only need to open it up a little bit. And then I can slide it through my beautiful flower and onto the bail charm. And then again, I'm just going to take both with a pair of, you can use a jump ring opener. I like using pliers which has got like a flat inside just to give me the grip. So I tend to use my flat nose and my chain nose. And then I'm just taking those two little points back together by moving it in the opposite direction to spring close. The sunshine is just making everything look as glorious as it is, but it's also casting a few shadows on my mat and probably getting the camera to focus with a little bit. It's working harder today, but look, isn't that so sweet? So that's ready to go. So I'm going to take my 60 centimeters or however long you want to make this, and I'm just sliding it on. So I'm going to take that bail and I'm just going to slide it on to the middle. Jan says my granddaughter's a May baby too. My mum and my sister's are May babies. Birgit in, hello to you, Birgit. She says, after a 3-day market, I finally came in to see your live, Natalie. Hello, everybody. Guten Morgen to you, Birgit. How are you doing, my lovely lady? Okay, so these are your tube spacers. So they are hollow. but they've got that gorgeous curve to them. Now, if you wanted, you can always just use this as one. I have used some similar before, and we were doing some wire wrapping on them, and in fact I was also using roses onto them. So if you had something wide enough, like a large jump ring, you could attach that directly onto one tube if you just wanted that. But I'm going to use 2 of them. They also make nice little bracelet bars if you wanted to purpose them for that. And I'm just going to slide that through, so the tiger tail will come out the other side of that tube, and I'm popping one on the other side as well, and bringing that down to the bottom. So I'm just taking both ends of my tiger tail, and that will find the middle. Here comes the sun. So you'll see when on, they'll look like that. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a crystal either side. I forgot to put my lovely crystals on, just so we've got that lovely pop of colour all the way through. So I'm going to pop on 2 of my crystals, 1 on each side first. But you see they do butt up nicely against that bail charm if you did want to pop them on in a slightly different order. You can do whatever design you want with that. Give it a little wiggle. It can sometimes just catch on the side of the tube. If it does, I mean, your tubes are hollow, so it will come out. All I do is just give it a little turn like this as I'm threading it through, if it doesn't come straight out the bottom. Okay, so this is how it's looking at the moment. Let's get a bit more in shot for you. Gosh, I'm being blinded by that sunshine. I'll try and pull the curtain across in a bit if it gets a little bit difficult to see, but the tree's in the way. Put my tree in the window. The branches are drooping. I need to keep watering it. All my baubles keep falling off all over the place. Okay, so now I have my lovely curved tubes on. I'm just going to start stringing on my crystals and my cube spacers. So for this design, I've used 12 of my gorgeous cubes. I am going to just draw those curtains across if I can. Just bear with me. Do apologise. That's better. I can see what I'm doing now. I will move my camera down a bit as well. Okay, so just a case of alternating and putting these on in whichever way that you want to. So I'm going to take my lovely red crystals. I'm just going to take some of those off my string. You can see they're all shimmery and lovely, lovely colours. And I'm just going to do whatever I do to one side, I'm going to place onto the next side. So I'm going to pop on 1 crystal onto each side, and then one of these lovely, lovely cube spacers. They've got a very generous drill hole in them. So if you wanted to use these, you can use them on lots of different threading materials. They are beautiful. So I'm just going to add 3 of my crystals to begin with, alternating with those cubes. So crystal, spacer, crystal, cubed spacer, and then crystal again. So I've got 3 of my crystals on each side. You can do whatever you want to do with your design. You can place them on in any which way. So now I've got those, I'm going to finish with a little cube. So I'll have 3 cubes and 3 spacers on each side. And then I'm going to pop my beautiful crystals on together directly next to each other. So I'm going to put 3 on in a little cluster. You can see this is a super quick make, so I can afford to have a little chit chat with you, and I can also, you know, mess around with my curtains, and I can play about with my camera settings, because we can make this in about 10 minutes. There we go, I've got those lovely red crystals on, and then I'm going to pop another cube. And whatever I'm doing onto one side, I'm doing onto the next, so I've got that symmetry on both sides. I'm now going to add 5 of my crystals on together. So 1, 2, 3, oh, and finish with a cube. And another 5 onto the other side. Oh dear. So it take you 10 minutes if you don't just keep dropping them. So keep your tiger tail facing up, and then your beads will fall onto your necklace and not fall on the table. So then I have my 5, and again finishing with a cube. I'm going to pop another 3 on. So in total, I'm pretty much using a full strand. I'd say I've got about 66 crystals on this design, and 12 of the spacers. So I'm going to pop on 3. And 3 on the other side. And then another cube. Now, if you want to change the length that you've got, then the amount of crystals, all I'm going to do to finish off is just finish off with the crystals. So let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 12 spacer cubes in total. And then I'm just going to finish stringing on the rest in crystals. So I've put 18 crystals on each side onto my initial design. If you want to make it longer, you can add more. If you want to make it smaller, you can add less. You should have enough crystals in your kit to kind of adapt that to you if you do need to make it a bit longer. You can always add an extender chain as well onto your necklace. You can make one yourself with jump rings, or you can get an actual extender chain. So if you're not sure on the length, you can adapt that. So let's add on my crystals. So you can work from either side, picking them up one by one. Or if you want to make sure you're putting the same amount on each side, you can hold both ends of your tiger tail pieces together and you can pop them on one at a time. So I've put 18 on each end. Again, you don't have to do that. On my strand, I've still got a few crystals left. So if I wanted to make it longer, I could do. But I've started off with a 60 centimetre piece of tiger tail, all in inches. That's 24 inches, I think. So you can, obviously, the length of your tiger tail will will determine the length of your necklace. I quite like this hanging quite long. Just going to put one onto each side, so I should have it matching and even on both sides. If I want to double check as well, I can lay them down next to each other and just check I've got the same length. So that is 18 crystals to finish. I'm not going to use any more cubes. I'm just going to pop on my findings. So if you've got a little bead stopper, you can pop your bead stopper on one end and that will stop it falling off while you're attaching your findings to the next one. So when I'm attaching my findings, I'm going to position it so I've got that curve in my necklace and check that this is all nice and neat. I don't want any gaps. If I've got a gap like that, then it will, not sit as pretty. So to begin with, all I'm going to do is I'm going to work up to the very end of my tiger tail. So I'm going to pop on my callotte and I'm going to take my crimp bead. So I'm going to double crimp as I always do. And I'm not going to crimp with crimping pliers. I'm going to be naughty and I'm just going to flatten them and they'll be hidden in that callotte. So I'm going to slide on 2 of my spacer beads. I'm going to slide the first one up right to the end of the tiger tail and gently press down and that will flatten it. I'm going to slide the next one up. There is an alarm going off outside. I hope you can't hear it. So that's going to be nice and close to the next one. And then I will flatten that down too. So you'll see they've gone from a nice rounded shape to 2 little flat parts which are just holding on and gripping that tiger tail. And then I can slide my callotte up over them, keeping them hidden inside. Gently press down with my fingers, making sure it looks like those bits are lined up. And then with my pliers per a chain nose, a gentle press over the outside of the callotte just to close it up so it's nice and flush. I'm then going to give it a little pull or just slide all of my beads into place. So now that crystal's butting up to that last callotte. And I've created that kind of curved shape within my design. I'm then going to take off my bead stopper, add on my next callotte and drop that right down to the top of the last crystal. I'm going to then just pick up 1 crimp bead and let that fall right down into the centre. And with my pliers, I'm going to give it a little pinch. So I'm just pulling on that tiger tail just to make sure it's all nice in position. And then I'm just flattening that crimp. I can now pick it up. There's no movement in that. Just check that's fully crimped, so it's fully flattened around it. And then add an extra crimp on just for durability and extra strength. So I'm picking up that crimp bead, sliding it onto the tiger tail, and letting it drop on top of that last callotte, making that last crimp bead rather. Flatten that down so they are sitting on top of each other. You can see the sun's moved and I'm blinded again. And then I'm just going to come and trim off that excess tiger tail. So although I've cut 60 centimeters, I didn't want it to be full 60 centimeters in length. But you can, of course, use the additional if you wanted to add on any extra crystals. I'm then going to go and close that over again. So my two parts of my callotte are looking like they're lined up. And then with my pliers, a gentle press just to close in the crimp beads in the centre and make sure my two little, I call them eyelets, I don't really know what they are, but the two little loops at the top just kind of become one. And now all I need to do is attach on my finding. So I'll have two more of my jump rings and one of my lovely lobster clasps, which is included in your kit, and it's 12mm in size. So again, just opening up that jump ring by giving it a little turn towards me, sliding that through the callotte at the end, and add on your lobster clasp to whichever side you want. And then closing that back over. So it made a little click there, so I know it's nicely lined up. And then all I need to do is add another jump ring onto the other end here. Sliding it through and closing that over. So now my necklace is all good, ready to wear. I can just attach those together and I have that lovely curved shape. So these are the Justine crystal necklaces. They are £5.99 for a kit that makes up one necklace. You get everything you see here, tiger tail, your lovely flower, your gorgeous crystals, your jump rings, your bead hanger, and your findings at the end. So everything you need is included in your kit for just £5.99. You can choose from blue iris mist, emerald green, hematite, peach opal, rainbow clear, or this one here, the red shimmer. I do hope you like them. I am going to try and, in fact, I'll show you what I've got coming up for you on Friday. So what have I missed in the comments? So Zakia said hello to Birgit. Peace and love to everyone in the chat, said Anastasia. I used the tube for a layered bracelet, says Camille. That's a nice idea. I like that. Zakia says peace and love to you as well. Camille said I've got the Monday gremlins today. Oh, well, you know, we couldn't finish the year off properly without it, could we? We're having a little chat about birthdays. It's my birthday soon. It's my birthday. Is it next week? I don't even know what date it is. It's the 9th today, isn't it? So yeah, my birthday in 10 days' time. Rachel is saying hello to Anastasia, and she says she's fine and hopes you're well. Jane says she's just ordered 2 kits plus extra crystals to make matching bracelets. Also had an offer in the email for postage. Yeah, we did have a additional postage. Was the code something like November 24 or something, and you got, was there an extra sneaky discount? Camille says very pretty and shiny. Emmeline says good morning all, just in time to say hello. She's going to watch it later. Hello to you. Lisa says that red's a gorgeous colour. Jan says absolutely gorgeous. Rachel says beautiful and shimmery. What's happening on Wednesday? Okay, Camille, hold your horses, I'll show you. We have 5 gold rings, though they're not actually all gold. We have some silvers too. So I'm going to be making some wire rings with you. And again, I've gone for a floral theme, haven't I, this week? Oh, get your necklaces, they'll match your rings. So I'm using these beautiful, I think they're jade, kind of dyed jade, I'm assuming, carved roses. I hope the light's showing them. And I'm going to show you how to do this design. Now, they're not adjustable. They are fixed in terms of size. So I'll show you how you can measure your finger and get the ring size you want. And we can make these lovely woven rings. So you can see there's lots of lovely, gorgeous gemstone colours to use. We've got pretty little pink ones. And I'm just using 2 gauges of wire for this. So I'll show you more in depth on the day on Wednesday. But I've created kind of like a leaf swirl around them. I don't think you can see that colour. If I pop it over there, can you see it? This is like mahogany, like a mahogany rose, absolutely beautiful. So you can wear them on whichever thing you want. They do make lovely gifts. I did do 5 of them just because 'tis the season. Look at that. So they're really straightforward to make. They might not look it, but I promise you they are. Kind of went for kind of like a leaf kind of shape around them. Wasn't quite sure what I was doing until I did the first one and thought, yeah, we'll keep to that. So these are your beautiful rings that we are going to be making together on Wednesday at 10 a.m. UK time. If you can come and join me for that, then there is your sneaky little peek. Camille says they are lovely. Mina says, wow, these look amazing. So I've just popped them on there just to show you how they look, because this is probably a better bust than my fingers display them. So you can see that's what we are doing on Wednesday. Camille says, straightforward for you. Honestly, they're really not that complicated. And if you're new to our work, then I'm going to talk you through them every single step of the way. If I can fit it in a live, which is under an hour, then we've not got that much weaving to do. I promise I will make it as straightforward as possible, and hopefully you can start calling yourself a wire wrapper if you don't already. Jan says very pretty. Rachel says these are great. I can't wear rings as my fingers swell up too often. Well, what I will do, Rachel, you joining us for the 12 days of Christmas, I will do an adjustable ring on that for you. So you can if your fingers swell, then you can make it to be adjustable. It's basically what I'm trying to say. I've got a few different ring designs that I might try and do with you over the 12 days. And of course, I'm planned for January as well. So look at the sunshine now. Where am I meant to sit? If I sit here, I'm in the dark. There you go, that's a bit better. Yeah, so on January, I'm pretty much, I've planned the whole of January already. We've got wire makes, we've got all sorts of things coming up for you in the new year. I'm not going to say a goodbye and a Merry Christmas. I'll do that on Wednesday, but if you can't join me on Wednesday and you are here with me for the last time this year, then thank you so much for all the love, all the comments that you've sent in, been in the chat. It's been such a fun year. I'd like to know, actually, you've got a little bit of homework. If you are going to come and join me on Wednesday, I want to know what's been your favourite Totally Beads make that we've done so far this year. Is there anything that's kind of pushed you out your comfort zone? Have you said, oh, I'm not a stitch beader, and then I did this that Kitty did and I absolutely loved it, or I've perfected this, or I've done that. I want to know, what have you enjoyed the most? So if you can come and join me on Wednesday, I would love to see you there. If not, I hope you all have the most wonderful Merry Christmas. Hold your loved ones tight, spend it with your family and friends. That's the true meaning of Christmas. Time is very short, and we need to show each other that we appreciate them and be kind and just, yeah. Okay, so Merry Christmas to you all. I will see you Wednesday. Anastasia's saying it's 5 a.m. in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you can be with me on Wednesday, Anastasia, I very much appreciate it. It doesn't matter where I move, I'm just getting the sunshine. I hope you all have a lovely, lovely, lovely rest of the week. I'll see you on Wednesday if you can. Take care, everyone. Bye.